How's it going, guys? Welcome to Building It Country. Just got off work, so I'm spending a little bit of time with the family. We have our little pool set up. Ari is having fun playing in the pool, so I want to give you guys a little update of what's going on with the well. So what happened was we decided to hire this one well guy. Did you tell them about this, babe? Or
Yeah,
briefly?
kind of, yeah.
Okay, well, we decided to hire the well guy that we did just because there was only 2 out of the 5 that I called that picked up. And this gentleman said that he would be able to start the next week. So we said, okay, that sounds great. So we went ahead and did that. So he required $2,000 down, which is pretty common because in my landscaping company, I do the same thing for landscaping installs just to cover for materials cost. Well, the guy didn't wind up starting Monday. He didn't wind up starting later that week, and he kept saying it was going to be the next week. So following that next Monday, I asked him when he was going to be there because first something was on the rig was broken, and then now he had to get something else fixed, and so that was just, he couldn't even give me an accurate date to start. So I asked him, I said, well, what date can you start? Can you start by Wednesday? And he said, oh no, I can't do that, I can't give you an estimate date. So I decided to not even go with this guy just because he couldn't even give me an accurate date. He kept going flip-flopping on everything. So I just told him, I said, well, go ahead and give me my refund. I'm just gonna start calling elsewhere around. So I wound up calling the companies again. A lot of them remembered who I was, and one of them took my information. Later that day, he actually wound up calling me saying, oh yeah, we can start first thing tomorrow morning, and they didn't require any money down. And the gentleman actually did come out. He put the well in, as you guys saw in our previous videos, so that we got that all done. So luckily the well's in. They only had to drill about 48 feet, so it's really shallow water. There was plenty of water. Oh hi Nana, I didn't know you were outside. And then so anyway, so we have the well in. So the next step was to put in the pump. So what he was thinking about doing is putting everything, which is the pump, the tank, the holding tank, and all this other stuff, getting it basically all hooked up. The problem with that is that all of it would have to sit outside. We could bring a shed. It would look kind of tacky, but we could have brought a shed, put it all in the pump shed, and then that way we wouldn't have to move it. But to save some money, because I called around to some other people, it sounded like it was a better idea to do phase 1, which is just to put a pump in, which is what we did. We put the pump in, and then we also they drew the water out, and then they sent it to the state to get tested to make sure that it's all good to go. So far that's what we've gotten done. So I hired a different company to drill the well, but this same guy, he was able to start the next day, which he actually, after talking to him and being pretty firm, like you better show up, he actually wound up coming the next day and getting all the work done. So I just called him today because I'm not sure if I want to go through with him to do phase 2, which is installing the pump, getting it all hooked up so we can have the water drawing out. So I'm not going to be going through with this guy again because he's too flip-floppy. He's actually in the hospital right now because he had some procedure yesterday, and he just had a heart attack like over a month ago. So he doesn't sound like a too for real guy. Plus I don't know when the well's going to get done. So anyways, as of right now, that's what we're looking at doing. In about a day or two, I will be calling our architect, and they're going to be drawing out the plans, making sure that the house plans that we found are all up to date to the code in this area. And luckily, she sounds like her husband is actually the gentleman that is basically going to be doing our excavating and also most likely be putting in our septic system. So as of right now, we have the septic system all drawn out, so that's all good to go. So we just have to pay the guy. In about a day or two, I will be calling the architect, and she'll be drawing out the plans. We currently have the plans sent to our garage to the engineer to get those approved. So he's about probably 2 weeks out more, and then the county is about 2.5 weeks out on submitting sending out the permits. So as of right now, we're probably about a month and a half out from even starting work on the garage, so hopefully sometime soon. So as of right now, that's what it is. So just in spending some time with the family. I was going to go mow the property, but decided to spend some time with the family instead. And anyway, so that's what's going on. So this is me. This is my little segment, and I'll keep you guys.
Do you want to talk about what's it called?
I don't know.
Oh, the meter. That's what.
Oh, so there's this new thing here in the city. I think it's throughout the state. I don't know. It's called the mitigation law. Basically what they're doing is they're making us put a meter on our well so they can track how much we're using. Now this was just effective about 2 years ago, and things are not even for sure. They keep flip-flopping. So there's 3 ways that you can do it. There's a $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 meter. The 1,000 is for 150 gallons per 2 people in the household for indoor use only. Then the second for $2,000 is 150 gallons for 2 people inside, and then like 80 something for outside. And then the 3,000 one is 150 inside, 150 outside. Well, I guess apparently just a few days ago they changed it to where now it's $3,500 for unlimited water indoor now, and then for $2,000 it's 300 gallons for per 2 people for indoor and maybe outdoor. I think, I'm not sure.
The meter on the 3,000 though.
No, from what the guy told me, he doesn't even know. He says that this thing is so, they keep flip-flopping. They don't even have for sure things. There's the cutie. And so they don't even know what's going on. So that's this new law that's coming. I don't like it. I think it's stupid that they're not charging, that I know of, they're not charging us for anything if we go over that limit as of right now, but you never know what's going to happen. So I don't like the fact that we're being watched on our own personal well that we did on our property. And so I'm not too happy about that. A lot of people around here are not too happy. So we'll see what happens because they keep changing it all the time. So I got to call them and get that set up. So as of right now, we have a well in, but we can't draw water out because we don't have a pump, and we also don't have the electricity. The electrician's supposed to be out within the next couple days to look at what we're wanting done, and then after that, he's going to get it all installed. So anyways, we're already at 6 minutes. I'm already talking. This is probably a boring video, but anyways, that's the update of what's going on. So anyways, we're gonna spend time with the family, and so I guess we'll see you guys next time on Building and Country. Say bye-bye, Alia.
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Having fun with rocks.
Say bye-bye. All right, see you guys.